Hello everybody, this is Brother Portillo getting ready to tell you another Bible story. And today's Bible story is found in 1 Kings chapter 18. And this is a good story. This will show us the power of God, okay? And we know that God is powerful, and let's see what his power looks like. And this one, we'll be able to see where God demonstrates how powerful he is. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, that's First Kings chapter 18. And this is our story. King Ahab wanted to harm the prophet Elijah. God sent Elijah to live far away. After a long time, God told Elijah, go back to speak to Ahab. When Ahab met Elijah, and Ahab said, is that you, the one destroying Israel? Elijah challenged Ahab. I have not destroyed Israel. You and your family are the destroyers because you have followed false gods. Now, gather the people to meet me at Mount Carmel. Call the 450 prophets of Baal and the 400 prophets of Asherah who serve Queen Jezebel. King Ahab gathered all the Israelites and all the prophets of the false gods at Mount Carmel. Elijah asked the people, how long until you decide? If God is the true God, follow him. If Baal is a god, follow him. The people did not answer Elijah. Elijah said, I am the only prophet of the Lord, but Baal's prophets are many. Bring 2 bulls to sacrifice. Prepare one of them, place it on the wood, but do not light the fire. I will do the same with the other bull. Then call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. The one who answers and sends fire, he is God. The prophets of Baal prayed first. Baal, answer us, they shouted, from morning until noon. But there was no answer. All afternoon, the people prayed and cried out to Baal. Still, there was no sound. No one answered. No one paid attention. Then Elijah told the people to gather near him. He took 12 stones and built an altar. Then he made a trench around the altar to hold water. He arranged the wood, prepared the bull, and placed it on the wood. Elijah said, fill 4 water pots with water and pour it on the bull and the wood. Elijah told the helpers to pour water on the altar 2 more times. Soon, water ran around the altar and filled the trench. In the early evening, Elijah came to the altar and prayed, Lord, today let it be known that you are God, and I am your servant. Answer me so that the people will know that you, the Lord, are God. God did. Fire burned the offering, the wood, the stones, and the water. The people fell face down and cried, the Lord, he is God. The Lord, he is God. Oh, wow. Did you see and hear this? God had told Elijah to go away. And so he did go away for a while because Jezebel, the queen, and Ahab, the king, were in charge. And they were killing all the prophets of God. So God wanted to protect Elijah, so he sent him away. But then a time came when God said to Elijah, go back and go and meet Ahab, the king. So he does. And when they meet, Ahab, he's kind of saying that Elijah is destroying Israel, but that's not true. So Elijah challenges Ahab. Okay, well, let's just see whose God is real. You have 950 false prophets. Meet me, at Mount Carmel, and let's see whose God is real. So they meet up, and Ahab brings all of Israel and all the false prophets. So Elijah says, all right, now bring 2 bulls, okay? Each one of us, we're going to sacrifice the bulls and set up an altar, but don't light it up. Let's see if whose God is real. And so Ahab and his false prophets, they built the altar, and they put the wood on the altar, and then they cut up the bull, and they're praying and dancing and screaming and shouting. And the story doesn't say, but in the Bible it says that Elijah was saying, hey, scream louder, maybe your God is asleep, wake him up. So they would even shout louder, and nothing happened until noon. They were still screaming and shouting, and nobody was listening. So then it was Elijah's turn, and he cuts up the bull, sets up the altar, but he says, you know what? Bring 4 pots full of water, okay? And, why would he want water? Well, it's so that way there's no doubt that God had power. So what he does is he has water being poured on the altar and on the wood and on the stones. And all of a sudden, he says, not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times they put water. And in his altar, that he even built a trench to where the water overflowed into the trench, and it was full of water. And then he prays and he asks God, okay, God, show him your power. And God does show his power, that fire came down and burned up the bull, the stones, the wood, and even sucked up all the water from the trench. All of a sudden, all the people, they fell to the ground, and they said, the Lord, he is God. The Lord, he is God. Hey, that's because they saw God's power, okay? Have you ever seen God's power at any time? I think every morning that we wake up, that's God showing his power, because, we breathe. Imagine if we weren't able to breathe. Well, we would die, right? Then the sun comes out whenever it's not cloudy, but, the sun is still there, hiding behind the cloud. So that's God's power, where, the sun comes out and it goes down, the moon comes out and the stars. That's all God's power, okay? So thank God for Elijah and the prophet, that he obeyed God, and he went and challenged Ahab, okay? Now, here's the memory verse for the week. It's 1 Kings 8:60, and it reads like this: May all the peoples of the earth know that the Lord is God. There is no other. Okay, again, may all the people of the earth know that the Lord is God. There is no other. 1 Kings chapter 8, verse 60. All right, so let's go with a few questions and see if you paid attention And just a review here. Who did God tell Elijah to go and find? Remember, Elijah had been away for a while, and then God told him to go back, and he tells him to go find King Ahab. All right. Another one. What did Elijah say had caused trouble in Israel? Who was causing all the trouble? Remember, Ahab told Elijah, "You are destroying Israel," but that wasn't the case. Ahab's family followed false gods, and that's how they were destroying Israel. Okay. All right. One more. What did Elijah ask the people to do? What did Elijah ask the people to decide? Okay. So while King Ahab and Queen Jezebel, they had all these false gods and prophets, and they were misleading Israel. Okay. So Elijah challenged the people, you need to decide if you're going to follow God or the false prophets, okay? And that's the answer, whether to follow God or Baal, okay? All right, so guys, I'm so glad that I was able to share this story with you. And remember that I miss you so much, okay? And, still be praying for this virus to go away. Pray that God will take it away. And be safe. And remember, I love you and I miss you. But most important, God loves you. Okay? Bye-bye. And hopefully I'll see y'all soon. If you come to the English service, I'm there already. All right? Bye-bye.